The new Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list has arrived 11 days early. Like, seriously, we all assumed the list wouldn't show up till late next week at the earliest, if we were lucky. And so they're like, nah, your list is coming in July 1st as quickly as possible. That's kind of nuts. Why are they doing it? Well, we might speculate a little bit about that at the end. But for right now, let's talk about what's on the list. Now, I should preference, like I have with the last couple of lists. I am a filthy casual at the moment. I'm just kind of playing for fun, whatever goofy decks I feel like. I know enough of the meta to comment on what got hit, but truth be told, I don't have the level of investment I did, say, back when competitive was a big part of my life. However, there actually will be a big Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament in the tri-state area at the beginning of August, and this is our format for that. So, yeah, this is kind of something I do need to pay attention to, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of getting that excited feeling of a new format again. Haven't felt that in a very long time, so let's just get right on into it. We will start with the banned cards, because they banned the most obvious thing on the planet, Guard Dragon LP. Guard Dragons were a mistake. Can we all agree with this? I'm the kind of person who feels bad when a card gets banned. Not this time. These things should never have been made. They were a problem from day one. I played this in Chaos Thunder. I felt like a whore every time I use it. And to see how powerful Dragon Link is, in part due to this fucking thing, it really just had to get the hell out of here, and it is glad to see it go. Next, we have one of the big ones. Zodiac Dryden is back to being banned. That's right. You all had your Dragon Xyz waifu, and she came back to you. She's been taken from you. That's right. You know that feeling. You won't be jerking off with Dryden tonight, boys. But yeah, no, Dryden, the OCG just did this as well. Many people thought they'd wait a little bit here, but Tri-Brigade Zoo is very powerful. Pure Zoo is also very powerful. And like, yeah, they kind of came back into prominence because of Zeus, but Dryden is a big part of it. So seeing the hit, I think, is a very smart call. I'm actually surprised Tenki didn't get hit as well, but I think this did need to happen. Zeus is kind of, I don't feel, as a card you really need to hit as much as you just need to take care of the things that abuse it, which Zoo can still do. So I don't think they're necessarily dead, but they did lose a big part of what makes them so damn good. Moving on, at 1, Miscellaneousaurus. Again, funnily enough, I'm correct, this thing was limited for a while. I don't know if I fully agree with this hit, because dinos weren't doing anything. They were for a while, but it's been a hot minute since I've seen them top anything. So this one just kind of feels a little too late and a little unnecessary. I actually think dinos are a pretty fair deck, so I don't really feel they overly needed to get hit. But, I mean, this is a very good card, so I imagine many people, though you can recycle this with Omega, because dinos can go into Synchro, so I don't know, we'll have to see where this one goes. Next! This one makes me happy. Performer Pal Skullcrobat Joker has returned! He's at 1! He was banned, but now we can play him! I still have my OTS packs, ones. They are coming back out, baby! That being said, at 1, it's a little weird and kind of awkward, because he's been banned for so long. Pendulum Magician has kind of adapted into just not really needing a normal summon. Yeah, you've got Dark Worm, but it's not really the same thing, and you can't really rely on this thing at 1, so I don't know really how much it helps. It was still played when it was at 1 before, but the deck has kind of gone in some very different directions, so I'm not really sure if this thing's going to do that much, but it's nice to go back, and I am happy, and I'm sure I'll see a list in a week or two ago that proves to me that this is like the thing Pendulum's needed to at least come back to some level. Then we have Striker Dragon. Also a Dragon Link hit. This thing had to go. Like, Dragon Link has so many powerful cards that I don't think they're dead by any stretch after this list, but to see them get weakened, to see them get put in check, to see that they'll have to do more to get where they need to go, they won't be as free as they were, I think is the right call. Combo players still have their power, Revolver Simps still have that, but the deck has been put in check, and I think it's the right call. Coming back also at 1, this one actually makes me pretty happy. Salamangreat Mirage Dahlia. Now, I'm not a Salamangreat fan. I don't play that deck, but like I was saying with Dinos, I think it's fair. Like, it's consistent, it does have power plays, but I never felt it was like an obnoxious deck. So when I kept seeing it kind of get mercilessly attacked a couple times on a couple lists ago, it kind of made me sad. I don't remember if that's what I said at the time, but looking back on it, that's how I feel. So to see Mirage Dahlia come back, give a deck that was a fan favorite for a while there a much needed power boost, I think is actually pretty nice to see, and I'm pretty happy for them. Go Salad. Then we have the big one. This is the thing I don't think anyone saw coming, and has the potential to be the biggest deal. Engage is back at 1! This is a big deal! Something we have to worry about! The thing is, 1 Engage, this is arguably the most powerful search card in the whole fucking game. Like, what this card can get a Sky Striker player, what it can add, the combos it can start, the things it can do. This is a very powerful card, and people were demanding it get banned for a long time. But remember, they've still got the Fire Bitch at 3. They can recycle it. Now, yeah, Multi-Roll's still at 1, Hornet Drones is still at 1, but they got their Widow Anchor. This deck has a real strong chance to do something. If you don't have your Ashes already, go kill somebody so you can get enough money to buy them, because they be going up, boys. Then we have Double Iris Magician to 2, which means that the only 2 semi-limited cards are cards I play. What the hell, Konami? Also, like, why? What do they think we're doing with this card? Like, don't get me wrong, like, to see the Pendulum graphs get reintegrated into the deck was a lot of fun, and this card can be used for some good combos. It's also the first thing you use Wolf of Harmonizing. But I just don't understand what they think we're doing with it. If you put it to 3, nothing would change. We just have 1 more Magician to work with, and in a world where we don't have Electromite or Astrograph, is 1 Magician that big a deal? I don't really think so. But then finally, we have Symbol of Heritage. Why was this banned? Does anyone remember this card? Did anyone even know this card existed? I have probably looked at the ban list hundreds of times in my life. I don't know what this thing is. Like, I read it, but I don't understand why it matters, or why it's at only 2 in the OCG. Like, who the fuck is playing with this? If someone knows of like a broken combo with this thing, please tell me, because as of right now, this just feels like a really bad Monster Reborn knockoff. But yeah, that was this ban list. This is a very interesting one in my opinion. It brings a lot of cool stuff back. I don't know if it really puts any of those decks to tier 1 necessarily, but it doesn't kill the existing decks, but weakens them, which I like. I think Dragon Link still has potential, Zoo still has potential, but now we live in a world Striker has some potential, and Salamangreat has some potential. I think that puts us in a really interesting spot. Obviously, you also have Drytron in the mix, but they didn't get hit at all, interestingly enough. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to see where this is going, since I do have a tournament in the near future to prepare for. These are things I need to think about, and that's kind of fun to get again. And Konami, I believe, said they're making some big announcement at the beginning of July, and while I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, it's probably saying that sanctioned locals will be allowed again. So this is a ban list that really does feel like the future to me, because it's a future I think I will get to play in and have fun in, and maybe it'll be perfect, maybe it won't, probably won't. This is Konami we're talking about, but I'm excited for what's to come, and I think this list gets us all going and will lead to some very interesting deck buildings. I know I got a Pendulum deck to work on. But tell me what you thought about this below. Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Was there stuff you wanted to get hit more? Was there stuff you wanted to get free more? Where's my boy Colossus? But tell me that below. And as always, click to like, click to subscribe, and join me for more Yu-Gi-Oh fun going forward.